And there are different types of love, and God wants us to follow love the way it should be. But I want to tell us that love has what we can say it is a true love, there is a false love, there is pretense and things like that, erotic, video and things like that. You can hear somebody having a thrush and things of that nature. That's not the angle I'm going tonight. But I want to tell you that the law of true love is that it cannot exist without true intimacy. And sometime we were talking about dating here, and somebody called and asked, are you encouraging people to start dating? I was like, wow, why is this person asking these questions? Meaning that we have actually interpreted dating to mean having sex, having carnal knowledge, going to spoil our body because we are looking for a life partner. But that is not what sex should be. But God has allowed us to get to know ourselves. Intimacy is one of the cardinal points that guides love, so that you know the things, the nitty-gritty of the person you say I love. Because it's not a case whereby you say the love is blind, because we have come to know that love is not blind. There should be quality you see in a woman, in a man, before you can say I love him. If those qualities are not there, the love will diminish. If what you expected in a woman, in a man, before you say I love him is not there, the love will turn to hatred overnight with speed. Therefore, wherever you see love without this true intimacy I'm talking about, it is most likely not a true love, but a clear manifestation of lust or selfishness. Well, before I go deep into what I have tonight, I would like us to look at the Bible. The book of Galatians chapter 5 verse 14. I would like to read it in Amplified Version. Amplified Version saying, for the whole law concerning human relationship is complied with in the one precept. You shall love your neighbor as you do yourself. Therefore, the whole law concerning love, concerning relationship is summarized in loving your neighbor as you love yourself. Now the issue is, how do you love yourself? When we were looking at this, I made us to understand that you understand yourself, you know your need, you know when you are thirsty, you know when you want to sleep, you know when you are hungry. All these are what you did before you know that this is what you have to give your body at a particular time. If you say you love somebody, you do not know what the person needs at a particular time in order to supply, in order to assist, in order to help, that means there is no love. You have to study the person, you have to know the person. Do you know one thing? When Solomon, the wisest man on earth, was talking, he said that hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sin. I want to tell us one thing. Before your love will cover all sin of somebody, all sins of your partner, there must be a level of the knowledge of the person, so that you will know when what happened is out of mistake, or when what happened is a deceitful and a willing act against you. And that condition, it will be able to be covered. Because if it is not because what the person did is a mistake, if it is because the person intentionally, willfully inflict pain, hurt and agony on you, it will be very difficult, humanly speaking, for you to allow love to cover it. Love cannot cover somebody that perpetrates evil, that is willingly inflicting you with pain. Somebody that have decided to say, I marry you so that I will suffer you. I marry you so that I will make sure you get to a penalty. If in that kind of condition, you will be watching out and say, I don't think that this man is willing for this love or is willing for this marriage. As a result, I want us to understand that the law of love is embedded into what I call intimacy. And it may take us time to understand what intimacy is. Look, for you to get intimate with somebody, You need to get to a level whereby you and that person you say you are intimate with, we get to a point of relating that if you are lying down closing your eye, you'll be able to say that this is what this person may be doing by now, or this is what this person may not be able to do. In such a way that if somebody tell you that this person did something like this, you say, no, it's not him, it's not her, I know him. And that is what intimate relationship can make you to get to. Therefore, intimate relationship is something that brings a level of understanding. It is something that provides a condition whereby when you sit down, you know for sure I am familiar, I am close to this person, I am involved in the person's matter. What pains him pains me. What gives him joy gives me joy. At that level, you'll be able to say for sure, I know him very well. Knowledge in intimacy is quite different from what the world are calling knowledge. Because what many people think knowledge is trying to know somebody when you remove all your clothes. Knowing your nakedness, looking at your figure 6, figure 8, figure 20, whatever figure you think you can call it. Being naked before a woman, being naked before a man, and goes into sexual intercourse. But that is not the intimacy that is needed in order to solidify relationship. You can see that a man can have sex with a woman even when you don't love her. A woman can have sex with a man even when you don't love him. That shows you that that is not the intimacy that is needed in order to solidify relationship. That is not the law. But the knowledge that is needed is a knowledge that is knowing the person inside, knowing the mental level of the person, knowing the intellectual quotient of the person, knowing the like and the dislike of the person. That means inside knowledge, not outside knowledge. That is what brings the intimacy that we are talking here. As a result, I want to tell us, for you to get to that level of knowing somebody inside the person, to a point that two of you will be able to use eye to discuss, two of you will be able to discuss with only finger without saying a word. It is something that it goes beyond this casual, sexual, and sensual knowledge. No, it has to come to a level whereby, let me use it scripturally, it has to come to a level whereby the Bible says that two can become one when they agree. Amos 3:3. It has come to the level whereby the agreement in the psychological level is the same. They look at one thing. The Bible says something. When you want to operate at that level, when you want to achieve this type of result, when you want to get to this intimacy I want to drop for us briefly tonight, I would like to tell us there are about some features that you have to possess. With that feature, if you possess it and your partner possess it and two of you work on it, it will give both of you the intimacy we are talking. And what are that feature? The feature, let me just, if I can mention them as a tip, then we move on. Number one of that feature is something like understanding. You can get to a point where you say, I understand. I have mentioned it before. I understand Mr. Tony. I understand Sister Sarah. As far as I'm concerned, Sister Sarah is this type of person. If Sister Sarah take permission from me that is going to Plaza, and Sister Sarah did not come back by 1 a.m. that she says she will be coming back, and somebody told me that she saw Sister Sarah in front of one man's car, I will be able to say for sure Sister Sarah has not gone astray, because I understand. Do you know one thing? Proverbs chapter 24 verse 3 says something. By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Therefore, to get that relationship established, enjoyable, long-lasting, that understanding is needed. Be part of it. He said, by knowledge it is room are filled with all kinds of precious and praising treasure. As a result, this understanding is something you cannot play with. If you are relating with a man you did not understand, I want to sound an alarming warning this hour. That relationship is in danger. You don't understand that woman. You don't understand that man. You don't know when you are to sit down. You don't know when you are to stand up. And you think you are in a relationship. Let me tell you, you are not in a relationship. You are facing danger. You are sitting on a gunpowder. Because this person, you cannot even predict him. You cannot even predict her. He can move out and tell you, I'm coming. I am coming. I'm coming. It means I am going. And the person may not even come back, and you wait and wait and wait until infinity, and you have not seen that person. Therefore, in a relationship that will be able to last, that you'll be able to enjoy, you have to understand the person in a tough time. You have to understand the person in a financial lack. You have to understand the person through this sickness. You have to understand the person when there is abundance. And such a person will be able to be open for you to see the inside. And when you cannot see the inside, something is wrong. I will leave that tip again and mention the second tip. The second tip is this knowledge I have mentioned. It is still the same Proverbs chapter 24. When you have this wisdom, you have this understanding, you have this knowledge. I have mentioned that with wisdom a house is built. Now I mention understanding. But let me tell us this thing. I take this one to be point 2 because the word, when you say wisdom, the worldly wisdom is there. Therefore, I don't want to bother myself with that. The godly wisdom is there. I don't want to bother myself about that because we are born again. I'm talking to born again Christians tonight. I'm addressing those that are God-fearing tonight. But the book of Proverbs chapter 24 verse 4 says something. He said, if you talk about knowledge, if you want to use knowledge to build your relationship, if you want to use knowledge to build your marriage, the Bible says by knowledge, it is room are filled with all kinds of precious and pleasant treasure. What will you use to fill your room? With knowledge. If you don't know each other, you will not know what should be included in your relationship. The rooms will be filled. And what are the rooms in a relationship? The rooms, let me remove your mind from building. Let me put your mind in that your relationship with your husband. The room there is the smile. The room there is the peck. The room there is the kiss. The room there is the going out. The room there is the time of eating together on a dining. And for these things to be filled with precious treasure, there must be knowledge. Do you know the man to know what the man like eating? Let me tell us one thing. If you are married to a woman and you don't know the type of food, the type of clothes you will buy for your wife, whatever you buy, the woman will say thank you, and you see the thing at the corner. Next tomorrow, the person has given it out. Another time you buy another one, the person has given it out. You buy a shoe, he has given it out. If the person is somebody that is outspoken, the person will tell you, why buying all this type of thing for me? Instead, give me the money, let me buy what I want. You're buying what I don't want. And somebody like, you don't know your husband don't like eating pounded yam every time you're pounding yam. Your husband don't eating jollof rice every time you're cooking jollof rice. Your husband don't like eating this type of food, and that is the food you're eating. Your husband don't like to eat in a plastic plate, but you're using plastic plates to serve him. That man will not be a happy man with you because you are not giving him what he wants. You are going contrary to what makes him happy. Possibly you're expecting him to come and touch you that night. He will not touch you because he did not end his day well. You ought to understand the person. You have to know the person to know what he wants and what he don't want. But what I would like to tell us again, but assuming you are in a dating stage, and in this stage of dating, it happened to be that you don't want your partner to know you. Take for instance, you had a family threat that if you tell your partner, the person will turn back. Because of that, you don't want to tell the person. That is knowledge. And let me tell you, whether you hide it, whether you pass on it, whether you dig it into a pit, even if the person get married to you tomorrow, he or she will discover that family threat. And when it is discovered, the relationship will start having problems. There will be challenges in that relationship. Is it not better you lay your foundation very well? As a result, there are some things you have to tell somebody when. But the issue is this. I must mention it. Some people have a family threat, a generational threat, a family history that is bad. Immediately a man come into your life, a woman come into your life, it happen to be a low high, I love you, say, oh, thank you. Your heart will start panting, beep, 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 beep. You believe that, since pastor said I should tell them, let me tell this person, let me tell you, if you are a messenger of bad news, you will not have people around you. As a result, you should allow the relationship to stay for some time. Let love be developed before you blow that one that you know is heavy. That's the method to handle it. But don't hide it until you enter into marriage. Why I'm mentioning it is that I have gotten a lot of questions on this. Say, Pastor, please, somebody want to marry me, but there is dangers in my family that whenever somebody come, whenever the person hears about it and go to ask some questions and they told them, the person will turn back. What do? I want to use this opportunity to answer you. What you do is allow the relationship to build. Allow the intimacy to build. When the intimacy is built, that is when you have to bring out those negative things. If you bring it for the first time, since the love has not become strong, since the person has not become fond of you, the person is bound to leave you. Do you know one thing? Albert Hubbard made a statement. Albert Hubbard said, a friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you. And before the person knows all about you, it has to be a friend first. If the person is not a friend first and get to know all about you, it is easy to walk out. The person will walk out. That is why when I met Albert Hubbard, when he made this statement, I said, wow, this is the truth about life. When someone loves you, the way they talk about you is different. You feel safe and you feel comfortable. Who said this? This is Jess Scott. Jess Scott said that when somebody loves you, look, when you work on building love, when you finish building love, you can release your negative side of it. You can release your fear. You can release your challenge. And the person will be able to say, no, with this, I can keep on going. Do you know one thing? Albert Einstein has something to say about this. Albert Einstein said, any fool can know. The point is to understand each other. Therefore, the level of knowledge is not even the problem. Once the love is developed, once the relationship is solidified, once the intimacy is built, that's what Albert Einstein means. Once all these things is built, then you can make the person to know, because the person must have understand you for sure. Let me tell you one thing. Will you be surprised to know that many of the business mogul we have in Nigeria, some of them, their family history has been idle. Evil spirits have been tormenting their family, but somebody break it and the person get free. As a result, if the person know you and know the disposition of your heart and know how sound you are spiritually, the person will know and understand and believe that both of you will break it if the person is God-fearing. Let me tell you, power pass power. That person is afraid of your family because there's no power. But if the person come to meet you and know that you have power, you are a bullet that is moving alive. Anything that broke your way, when you hit, you clear the road. When the person come to that understanding, when the person come to this knowledge, when the wisdom has been brought down for the person to get it, I'm telling you, the person will say, let us move on. This thing cannot stand us. Who art thou, mountain before Zerubbabel? But I want to tell you that this mountain before Zerubbabel can push the person away, can set the person out of your way, if the person has not come to this level of understanding. Therefore, you build everything you can to bring the person to the understanding. Let me mention another one. If I mention this one, I will leave us and pick a short break. But let me mention this one. After this, we will be able to listen to Tammy Wilson. But let me mention this one. What is the next one? Interdependence. What I mean by interdependence, all of us understand interdependence. That means depending on one another. Depending on one another. You have to depend on each other. You have to know that one person depends on another. You are not independent. Let me say this thing for us to understand. I am surprised in my counseling offices that I have seen where marriage is taking place, and the woman particularly was holding tight on her money, holding tight that the husband will not have access to it. And the husband is like, my wife is any more than me, and she's not allowing me access to her money, and I cannot look. Every problem the husband has, the husband will be able almost to kneel down to beg for the wife to remove something. The wife will say, no, you are the husband, you are the head of this home, you are the one to provide everything needed in this house. My own is to support you. Therefore, I am a supporter. Do you see that kind of thing? Forgetting that level of interdependence. And what I mean by interdependence, you depend on your husband, your husband depend on you, both of you are depending on each other. Look, your freedom as a single woman, as a single man, ends on the day you say I do. Once you say I do, the church will tell you that two has become one. And once both of you has become one, you don't have your body for yourself alone. And the man don't have his body for himself alone. You don't have your clothes for yourself alone. You don't have your every part of your body for yourself. Your body becomes his body becomes yours. You use the body the time you need it. You know what I mean by the body. That is the romantic part of your body. Both of you, each person is a keeper. It's just a keeper for the other person. And you have to know that when the man wants to open his computer and browse it, it is free for him to get free access, because he is depending on you for that. You are depending on him for that. That apart, socially, he is depending on you and you are depending on him. Financially, this interdependence plays a role. Let me read the Bible before we go too far. 1 Corinthians chapter 11. After this, maybe we'll be able to go into listening to our this thing. 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Maybe let me read it in New Century Version. New Century Version says something. But in the Lord, women are not independent of men, and men are not independent of women. That is interdependence. Verse 12 says something. This is true because women came from man, but also man is born from women. But everything comes from God. When you enter into a relationship, the day you say I do is the day you are removing the garment of independence. Every country is looking for independence. Every human being is looking for independence. But do you know that as you are looking for marriage, you are looking for interdependency? You want to give up your own independence. That is what you are saying indirectly. Therefore, if you are not qualified, if you are not matured to get married, you better don't go into it, because once you go into it, you are giving up your freedom. You're giving up your independence life. You become interdependent. You become dependent on somebody. You'll be able to take permission before you go out. You'll be able to say where you went, why you come back late. Somebody will have the right to say, why are you coming back now? You have the person has the right to get an explanation. The woman has the right to say, sweetheart, to say, Coco, why are you coming back now? It is least expected of you. I'm disappointed that you are coming back now. And you should have an excuse, and you should have an explanation to drop for the person to understand. Let me tell us this. In the book of Romans chapter 11 verse 33, the Bible says, oh, the depth of riches, both of the wisdom and the knowledge of God. How unsearchable his judgment and untraceable his ways. Let me tell us this. The judgment has to stand because you are depending on him. He has to look at where you went to. Is it ideal? If it's not ideal, explain why will you do this type of thing now? I at least expect you to do that type of thing. It's not of you now. It's not of, I'm disappointed. Please, I don't want this thing to continue like this. The next one I will mention is communication issue. Communication issue. But before that, let us go on a short break. Communication issue. Let's just go on a short break. You cannot play that ball and score the goal and get the score when you are not playing according to rule. Love has a rule. The rule is what we are trying to mention tonight. Go by the rule so that you enjoy your relationship. Go by the rule. The next point I have to mention that will help your intimacy to be strong is communication issue. Now, I would like to tell us that communication issue is one of the big matter where we come to therapy on relationship. When we come to intimacy or intimate building in relationship, communication. Let me tell us one thing. Many divorce or many breakup in marriages or living apart in marriages has been as a result of communication. Let me tell you one thing. Can you imagine when you want to tell somebody, look at your hair. There is a dust on that hair. You tell the person, look at your hair. The person is not understanding that you say that there is dust. It happened to me, you say, look at your hair. It happened to be that the volume of your, the bars of the word you use to say, look at your hair, is sending a different meaning. Communication matters is what I'm trying to say. The way your voice sounds when you are saying something will make somebody to interpret it in a different way. And you are saying, I mean another thing, and he is saying another thing, or she is saying another thing. I'm just trying to use this as an example for us to understand what I mean when I talk about communication problem. But the issue is that is one of the top reasons why many couples are fighting. Communication. I say it 3 times because it is one of the little leaven that spoiled the whole lump. Communication. I was angry with my wife one day, and what was the reason? A minor thing. I wanted to say, don't do this soup like this, and she wanted to do it that way. And possibly I did not tell her the way she would have taken it, or possibly I did not sound the way she should have enjoyed it. And when she replied me the way she replied me, I was like, wow. Immediately I didn't know when I leave that kitchen and mind my business. But I know within me I was boiling. Why would I hear such a thing like this? It is communication. Assuming both of us are unbelievers, assuming we say we must fine tune this thing. No. She must tell me when she talk to me like this, or we would have landed somewhere. But what am I trying to say? Minor issue causes a lot of problem when communication is in error. Error in communication is one of the biggest problems. According to research, Dr. John Gottman of University of Washington, a famous expert on couple studies, he said that communication is one of the predator. Predator is something that eat up something that break everything. He said it is one of the predator of marriage. It is one of the things that destroy marriage. We have to wake up to communication. We have to wake up to gentle communication. We have to wake up to right approach in communicating. When I'm mentioning this, I'm a victim because at times, if you are not doing it well, I will tell you bluntly, what you are doing is not right. But if there is a way we can put ourselves in order to pass the message in a different way, in a milder way, it will be better. Do you know one thing? When Paul was writing to the people, to the brethren in Corinth, these are people that are born again, that Paul was writing to. He told them something in verse 4. He said, love is patient to please. Love is kind of. He said, it doesn't envy. It doesn't boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor other. But let me tell us, our communicative words are dishonoring our partner. That's the problem. Your communicative word, the words you are using are the words that debase your partner. One day my wife was angry with me. She told me, do you know why I was angry with you? You told me that thing when people are around. People were around when you told me that thing. And assuming people were not around and you told me that thing, I would have not mind. Do you know one thing? Human being has that ego. That since you told me this thing when people are around and I get angry, I would also make you angry. Why would you debase me when people are around? I should be so and so. I don't know if we are getting it. As a result, whatever we make us to dishonor our partner, the Bible say, according to Paul, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. But one thing is this: when we do not package our communication skill very well, it can deteriorate to something else. Do you know one thing? When Solomon, the wisest man, was talking, I think it is in the book of Proverbs chapter 25, at verse 28, 28, he said, like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. So when such a thing happens like that, you boil, can you bridle your tongue? Can you hold yourself? Even when you bridle your tongue, can you bridle your body? Do you know why I say bridle your body? Because body is able to speak, and we call it body language. Your body is saying something. Your eye is saying something. Your hand is saying something. The body movement is communicating. Either you like it or not, when you come to the level of communication that will make a relationship to last, you have to be watchful over your mouth, watchful over your body, watchful over your movement, watchful over... Do you know one thing? When you are talking to somebody and the person sigh, and you hear the sigh, and the person walk away from you, the person did not say a word, the person has said a multitude of words. The person has said millions of words. The person has communicated in such a way that the volume can be too heavy that you will not be able to bear it. And when you hold the person, what do you say? And the person say, I did not say anything. In actual sense, let me ask you a question. Did he not say anything? Did she not say anything? How do you think that relationship will be going smooth? When the person could not even use a word, he didn't say a word. And when you are talking to someone and the person snub you, the person ignore you, the person humiliated you with his movement or her movement. And let me tell you, at that condition, you don't need a prophet to tell you that the person has said in volumes of words. He has said volumes of words that are not pronounced with mouth. Let me tell you, the word we say must not be with mouth. You say many words with your finger. You say many words with your eye. You say many words with the movement of your body. You say many words with your step. Many communication go out of word. As far as we are talking, even if you did not use word to say it in a way that it will be able to help to solidify your relationship. If you did not say it in a way that solidify your relationship, you will end up breaking the relationship. And when you break it, who will you blame? Who will you blame? I think because of time, I will stop here. But let me mention the other one. Maybe we'll talk about it later. Something like care. You have to care. You have to develop care in your intimate relationship. You have to develop trust. That's another one. You have to develop responsiveness. That's another one. You respond to each other. Trust. Let there be trust. If you are living in a way that trust is not built, if you are living in a way that your partner have a need of you and you are not responding, that is responsiveness. That at a time the person will give up in you. Another one is mutuality. As the person is washing your hand, please wash the person's hand. Don't think that it is your right that he or she will be washing your hand while you will be relaxing. The next one I would have liked to mention is commitment. Get committed in making the person happy. You get committed in making your partner happy. When what troubles you is, what will I do for my partner to be happy? That relationship will go far. But when what will I do? I want to deal with her. I want to deal with him. If that is your business looking for how to deal with your partner, let me tell you, you are a step away from collapsing your relationship. Call it your marriage. It will come to an end. I think I will stop it here because we don't have time. Look at my time has gone when we are supposed to be discussing. But before I open our phone line, let me tell us, David Ekele said, you have a greater tomorrow. No matter how your relationship is sounding now, tomorrow is better. Tomorrow is greater. Tomorrow is more important. Your future holds a lot for you. Don't break your relationship today. As a result, let me leave us with David Ekene, greater tomorrow. After that, we open our phone line to discuss. God bless you. Let's ask your name. You are free not to tell us where you are from. If you want to ask a question pertaining your own personal relationship, and you will not like your partner to know that you are the one calling, feel free to keep your name out of it, so that what we target is to make sure that your problem is solved. That is what our target, our direction tonight. Therefore, I would like us to start bringing forth our calls tonight. By the special grace of God, we will attend to your question. Now, this is the number you are going to call: 081 88 88 9951. I repeat: 081 88 88 9951, or you call 0906 000 8951. I repeat the number: 0906 000 8951. That's the number you're going to call. Then you connect to us and make your contribution or ask your question. God bless you. Let me pick call. God bless you. Thank you. Hello, you're welcome to Happy Life with Pastor Ikpenwa. Go on. Yeah, good evening. Go on. Be louder. Sorry, we've lost that call. Please, you can call back again. We lost it. All right. Okay, you're welcome to Happy Life with Pastor Ikpenwa. Good evening. You're welcome. Esther, it's a pleasure hearing your voice tonight. Thank you for joining us. All right. Okay. Sorry, the call has dropped. You're in a relationship and you love him so much, but you have not dropped the point before the call drops. So you can call back again. We attend to you. Sorry. Hello, you're welcome to Happy Life with Pastor Ikpenwa. Good evening. You're welcome. Please go on. That's what I've said before. That's our rule. Go on. All right. All right. Okay. What's your question then? All right. What you do is to mount an arsenal. Mount an arsenal. Let there be mercy. You know, when Moses wanted to enter different lands to possess it that God gave to them, they sent spy. Spy went and get messages and bring to them. But the spy you should use will not be a spy that will give you wrong information, because some people will even like to spoil your relationship. They will give you wrong information. As a result, in any relationship you are into, the person has an environment where he or she is staying. Within that environment, if you can meet some people that, looking at their age, they are not people that will be able to contest with you over your partner, or over the person you are about getting married to. If you meet them and ask them, this person is dating me and they want to marry me, please, as a mother or as a father, what do you think about this person? Is the character worth it? Is he worth it? What type of life is he living? That means it's good we make an inquiry these days. God bless you. I think you've gotten me. All right. So if you do such a thing, in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, the truth is confirmed. Don't go into relationship blindly. And I will not tell you that because of that you should pack your things and go and stay with him. No, end of the day you go into sex, and after sex and sex you may even give birth to children, and end of the day he will leave you and the children, you start training children, and he will walk away. So all those type of things are things that you have to avoid. Avoid it as much as possible. Sex before marriage is not important, and it's not good before man and before God. God bless you. All right, you're blessed. Thank you. All right. All right, you're welcome to Happy Life with Pastor C.G. Ikpenwa. All right, go on. You're live on air.
Hello.
Yeah, God bless you. You're welcome to Happy Life with Pastor C.G. Ikpenwa.
My name is Israel.
Okay, Israel, it's a pleasure hearing from you. Please, can you walk a distance away from your radio set? Sorry, the call has dropped. I want to tell you that this program hosts every Monday and Wednesday by 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. It's good every Monday and Wednesday by 9:30 p.m. But let me pick this call, then we'll continue. Hello, you're welcome to Happy Life. Yeah, you're welcome to Happy Life. Please, your radio set, you can walk away from it or you lower the volume. Okay. Your name is Ibeme? Okay, Ibeme, can you go on with your point, your contribution, your question, or... All right. Right. Okay, on her side, she's not cooperating. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, it depends. It depends, because I don't know the level of anger. There are no human being that cannot be angry at one time or the other. But what is the level of anger? Is the anger such a deadly anger, or is the anger that you want to express that what you're doing, she don't like it? Because look, one thing with human beings is that when people talk about your weak point, some of us will get angry that the person is talking about our weak point. Some of us don't want somebody to express their own view or their own opinion. If for sure it is not that you mean, it happens to be that she is angry unnecessarily, then she needs counseling. Okay, if it's angry unnecessarily, then she needs counseling. Let us understand. Is it that your anger is lack of manner? Is it that your anger is lack of salvation? You don't know Christ? What is the base of your getting angry unnecessarily? Because many things can cause somebody to be angry. If we understand that and know that this point where she's angry, she's supposed to be angry, she has expressed herself, is for you to change her from it, then you do something about it. But I would not like to conclude for you that you should move on or that you should walk away from such a relationship. Why? Because how I wish the person is also talking to me. Because anger alone is something that anybody can be angry. And the other issue is what extent of anger. The Bible says you should be angry. Only that you should not sin. Be angry and sin not. That's how the Bible put it. As a result, somebody can be angry. Even me, a pastor, I can be angry. But when I'm angry, do I get to the point of committing sin with it? Is it something I will be angry and forgive and we move on? I don't know whether you are getting it. So you have to get to the point where you understand the level of the anger. Is it something that we can work on? If it's something we can work on, please connect me to the person, and both of you, I would like to see two of you. Yeah? All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, one thing is that at times God may be giving a sign through some things. You have to be sensitive to know when God is talking and when it is a mistake of human being, so that we'll be able to correct it on time. If you people are in Uyo together, please, I would like to see both of you. Since you have talked to her, she has known that you're not happy about that. So feel free and come with her to the office. Let us discuss. If the relationship is what we can work on and fix it, we'll work on it and fix it. If it's something we cannot work on, if it's something we cannot fix, then you walk away. You should feel free to walk away, because you cannot willingly put your head into a fire. The Bible said that nobody will put fire on his bosom and will not be burnt. If you know that this relationship with this person, I will not find peace in it, on time, pull back and move on. Are you getting me? God bless you. Thank you so much. I would like to see both of you. All right, thank you. God bless you. All right, that is all about what I can mention about the person that is angry, because everybody can be angry. Let us understand the situation that result to that anger. That is when we'll be able to know how to solve it. Let me pick another call. Hello, you're welcome to Happy Life with Pastor Ikpenwa. Good evening, you're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
My name is
Augustine, it's a pleasure hearing your voice tonight. Yep. Okay. 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 Oh wow. Oh wow. Hey, yeah. Okay. All right. To you. Okay. 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 All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. All right. All right. It is quite a pity. Your story is very pathetic. It's very. I must confess. I can feel your pain as you are talking. I feel your pain. I feel you shedding tears. I see you shedding tears as you are talking. I can feel it. Well, sir, it is very painful. What happened in that kind of condition is that the Bible said that the only reason why somebody can divorce a woman is a reason of infidelity, a reason of having sex with another person. That's a reason for divorce. But since yeah, yeah. Okay, he has come up for your house even for 2 years now. You still did not born for the person. All right, what I'm trying to say, Nesses, is in this condition, how I wish you will come for us to discuss. I want to work on that marriage. I want to work on that marriage so that we know, is this marriage, is it something that is worthy to continue, or is it something that should be dissolved? Because one thing you have to know, sir, is that you cannot force anybody to marry you. For her to have taken the step of going to rent a house and live boldly with another person, I would like us to work on that and know whether she is still willing for the marriage or not. Whether the marriage is something we can work on and fix back. if you have the grace of forgiveness, you then will go ahead and forgive and life goes on. But if you don't have the grace, I would like to understand it deeper. Please, you pick my number before I leave this studio. I would like to join you. I would like to join you. Yes. Okay. Are you with pen now? Let me give it to you personally now. Are you with pen? I want to work on that, your relationship. Okay, check pen. Let me give you the time. I want to work on that relationship. Have you seen it? Are you not with phone? You can press it on the phone. Okay. Wow. Okay. It's okay. The problem is that in the studio, I am not seeing your number, so I cannot pick your number so that I would have called you. But just put your ear down. You will pick my number before I leave the studio. I will join hand with you. Yes, I will join hand with you. Let us fix back your marriage. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, you are blessed in Jesus' name. All right, this program, as I told us, it holds every Monday and Wednesday by 9:30 p.m. In case you have a problem you feel you should send on social media, you send it on this number. For the person that asks my number, this number I want to call now is my WhatsApp number. The same number is a call number. You can call it 090. The person that just dropped now, copy this number, 090 32 32 11 4733. Let me repeat it, 090 32 11 4733. I repeat, 090 32 11 4733. I know you will still get my number before I leave this studio, but I decided to call it like this because of the man that I just talked with now. Hello, you're welcome to Happy Life. Hello, you're welcome to Happy Life. Go on, your life on air. Talk, your life on air. Okay, Isaac Okukan, is a pleasure hearing from you. Go on.
Alright, I just want to ask about the relationship I've had when you have
Okay. Wow, that's a very nice point. That's another thing that causes problem in a relationship. We call it relative issue in marriages. Well, it is not encouraging. It's not advisable. It is not welcome. It's not healthy. It cannot allow relationship to move on. No parents. No, the Bible says that two shall become one, not three. So no other person is allowed into any relationship that is existing. The parents of the man are not allowed. The parents of the women are not allowed. Once you are matured to get married, the best thing to do is to pack out of your father's compound where you and your people are living, so that you give your wife comfort. Your wife will be able to have free access to you, not by taking permission from your father or from your mother. Neither will your wife should take permission from her mother or her father before meeting with you or before discussing anything with you. Any relationship that get to that level where family relatives are interfering, such a relationship don't have good future. It always end up in trouble. As a result, if you are in such a relationship, please do something about it. And now, if worst be the worst, please meet me. If you are such a person that it is coming from your own side, please talk to your parents for them to hands off from your marriage, so that you enjoy your relationship. I will pick only one call, then I will tell us bye-bye for this night, so that I will play my number for us. All right, let me pick this call before I go. Hello, you're welcome to Happy Life. Yeah, you're welcome to Happy Life. Go on. Go on. Sorry, you are not saying anything. Hello, you're welcome to Happy Life. Yeah, good evening. God bless you. I like that voice I'm hearing. You are going to be the last caller tonight. All right. Yeah. Okay. 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 that one is easy. The answer is straight in your mouth. Because one thing is that if somebody do not value you, you should know that it is easy and better for you to walk away. Because one thing is that if the person is actually in love, love is something that will not allow you to stay a day without calling your lover. As a result, that person is supposed to call, you are supposed to call, but just balance the equation very well. But the important key there is that if somebody that say love you is not calling you, only when you call you talk, and he tell you don't have time, somebody that don't have time for you is somehow risky. So your lover should have time for you. God bless you. I think you've gotten me on that. It's a straightforward answer. All right. So I think hello, you can drop. Bye. So I have told us that please pick your pen, pick your pencil. I'm going to play my contact now. But I want Pastor CG Ikpenwa. This is Happy Life with Pastor CG Ikpenwa. I am Pastor CG Ikpenwa. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Listeners tonight that are having one problem or the other in their relationship, may the balm of Gilead that heal every wound, heal their wound, and fix their relationship tonight in the name of Jesus. Anyone that is still thinking how to go about it, I pray that the person will be able to collect my number now and connect to me, and I'll be able to have the time to join hand with the person and heal their relationship by the special grace of God, and God will do it through us in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you and good night.